And we're joined now by two drivers with special connections to Martinsville Speedway. First, we have Timothy Peters, driver of the number 17 Red Horse Racing Toyota for Red Horse Racing. And we have Harrison Burton, driver of the number 51 Dex Imaging Toyota for Kyle Busch Motorsports. Timothy, I'm going to start with you. How special is this place in your heart when you come here every year? How special is Martinsville Speedway to you?
Yeah, it's real special because it's home. Everybody in the garage area wants to do well at home, you know. I was able to get my first win here in '09 and winning the late model race in '05. But more so want to win now that they're giving clocks to the truck winner. We were the last one to not to get the clock before they started giving away the following year, but at that point, you know, we were able to join the club, I guess you could say, and the win column was marked on our result page. So, you know, I just love coming here. This place has a lot of history, and now with the lights, puts a little added twist on it. And who knows, maybe today we'll actually see vehicles on track under the lights.
Harrison, how special is Martinsville Speedway for you?
You know, it's pretty similar to Timothy. I have family that lives in South Boston, not too far from here, and it's really cool to come here and have your whole family, you know, hanging out at the racetrack, get to see your grandparents and cousins and friends that live up here. So it's a lot of fun, and it's just, it puts that little bit more, not pressure, but I guess it makes it a little bit easier. When you come here and know you have a great support system behind you and got all your family members rooting you on, it's a lot of fun for sure.
Okay, we'll open the floor up for questions. We'll start up here and work our way around the room.
Barry Richmond, WAKG. Timothy, coming back after 3 weeks of being off, but being able to start the 2017 season under the same rules package, all three top touring divisions with being rewarded throughout the course of the race. Looking back to last year, how strong you were, didn't have the wins, but you were able to advance into the chase. How important is it to have those reward points for each segment going into the series this year?
It's really important. You know, the stage wins are very important now because it carries playoff wins. You know, and also too being in the top 10 to get those regular season bonus points as well. I mean, you know, last year we didn't get a win, but consistency helped us get all the way to Homestead with the chase. But you know, with the points now, you know, still the win trumps, you know, points, and you're in. Win if you're in, but also you just need that second win to solidify that spot. So it's more so important than ever. You know, again, from Daytona to here to Homestead, it's always, when it comes down to money time to try to get that green and white or the black and white flag, it always gets exciting. So our biggest deal is that we need to improve on our run from Atlanta. We took a brand new truck there and we ended up 9th. Felt like we had, you know, the capabilities of being in the top 5. But coming here, you know, again, we put Martinsville and Daytona in the same category of things happen, and you get either behind the wall or you know, you get taken away from the win. One example was we were here, I guess it was 2014, and had a good shot, and a truck went through the grass, and we was leading the race, first one to it. We ended up finishing 6th. So, you know, with the bonus system now, you know, we would have got 6th place points, but you know, again, those bonus points are more critical than ever, that carry with you all the way to Phoenix.
Okay, we'll go next to Lee, and then to Matt, and then to Chris.
Lee Spencer, Motorsport.com. Timothy, what did you learn from the inaugural chase that you'll kind of carry with you throughout this season?
Just that a win is more important than being consistent, for sure, because you can get that win and try to transfer early, and then you have the other 2 races to see if you could R&D or whatever. But we never got that win, so we constantly had to stay consistent, and you really couldn't have a bad run. I think throughout the chase, Texas 2 was our worst run, and we finished 14th, where we finished 6th in June earlier that year. So still, it just really focuses a lot of importance on winning, and going back and looking at it, you know, that's where, myself included, you know, I need to minimize my mistakes.
Okay, we'll go next to Matt, and then to Chris.
Matt Weaver, AutoWeek.com. Finally, two guys that know what a choose cone is from short track racing. I've been asking some of the Cup guys about using it here for the Cup race or at Bristol or other tracks where the top and bottom have two different results. How do both of you guys feel about using that at the national touring level for the truck race, for the Cup series, etc.?
Well, I think the choose cone brings an element to races that's really, really cool. My first races that I ever ran was with a choose cone at Ace Speedway, so you know, it's really a really cool element, especially at places where the top or the bottom is significantly better. But I think there's a level of confusion that goes with that as well. To fans that are coming in and watching the race for the first time, they'll say, "Why is the guy who's starting?" Who was 10th is now on the front row. You know, I think that is something that if we choose to go in that direction, will have to be hashed out and explained well, to you know, to keep the fans up.
I think it would be a pretty cool twist. Last week at South Boston, we had two late models there racing with Brandon Pierce and Bobby McCarty, and one example was that with the fresh pavement, a lot of people didn't really want to get up on the outside. Coming down to one to go, the cone is out. You know, everybody was choosing the inside. We elected to ask him to take the cone, and he went all the way to fourth on a green-white checkered. You know, I would rather have that track position of fourth and maybe have an outcome to finish fourth or fifth versus starting the race in seventh. So it would be a good twist maybe to try it here, but you know, with the outside groove not working, I think it would probably be, if you add the cone and tried it here, let's say you tried it with the trucks, then I would say maybe put the VHT down up top like Bristol has put in the lower groove. That way it gives that outside line a chance to race with the bottom line.
Go next to Chris.
Chris Knight, CatchFans.com. Timothy, I was just curious your thoughts on the NASCAR Camping World Truck Series going to Las Vegas twice next year and supposedly going to get another race early in the season, and then maybe New Hampshire coming off the schedule.
I think it's great. You know, I'd like to see the truck schedule get back to 25 like it was, you know, years ago. You know, I love going to Las Vegas. You know, don't really spend a lot of time in the city. I just love the racetrack. I've had a lot of success there. We've been able to win. You know, the older that the pavement gets, it still produces a lot of great racing. It has a lot of character with the bumps in 1 and 2. So I think it's a good move to carry the trucks there, and I think it'll be some great racing. I think the front end, I understand the front end of the schedule being gapped, you know, to try to help finances for all the truck teams across the board, but I feel like maybe they're too gapped. You know, like we've been off for 3 weeks, and we race tomorrow, and we're off for 5 more. You know, it'd be nice to have some races in there. So, you know, I feel like truck racing is the best racing out there, and not that nobody forgot about it, but you know, 5 weeks is a long time. It's like an eternity for me.
Hey Harrison, how's it going? Do you have any, right here in the middle, do you have any older drivers kind of take you under their wing being so young?
Yeah, for sure. You know, I got a great group of teammates with Christopher Bell being the most experienced of those guys, and he's really great about teaching me everything about the trucks and all that. But also I have a great support system of guys that are you know, have or are currently racing in the top level of our sport. I have obviously a great connection with my dad, and he teaches me a lot week in and week out, not only about, you know, on the racetrack stuff, but just character and being your own person and all that great stuff. I also have obviously a great connection with Kyle Busch. He is obviously the team owner, and it's in his best interest for us to run well. So I think that he's really, really great about coming down and helping us out. And another connection I have is Kevin Harvick. I'm a member of KHI Management, and that helps me a lot. But Kevin is also, you know, just like my dad or Kyle or Christopher, just one text or phone call away, and I have all this great resources, and it's definitely important for me to utilize it all.
Any additional questions for either one of these gentlemen? I have one final one. So, Timothy, you talked about winning here before the grandfather clock was handed out. This question is to both of you. If you win here at Martinsville, where is that grandfather clock going to go? We'll start with you, Timothy.
My mother claimed the 05 clock, and so she has one, and my wife is really wanting one. So, you know, happy wife, happy life.
There you go. Harrison?
Well, I don't have a wife to worry about, so I don't know. I think it might be too heavy for my room. My room's on the second floor of our house, so it might fall through the floor. So somewhere down in my dad's trophy room, maybe I can cover up one of his trophies and brag to him about it. But we'll see. You know, we gotta take it one step at a time, and hopefully come home with a clock. But you never know.
Well, gentlemen, thanks for taking the time for joining us today, and good luck tomorrow.